In round 8 of the Betway Premiership to go to the top of the Betway Premiership standings. It might not be as easy as that though, as they face their former mentor Mamelodi at Bafana Bafana Lamontville Golden Arrows at a totally rain-soaked Kings Wellatini Stadium. Arrows are starting to play some football, ball at their feet, looking good here. Offside. Dion won't pull the trigger, he hears the whistle. Appeals for some clemency from Mr. Khanyago.
It was a very good run there from Dion, but brilliant. I think that was onside. Of course, I did try to step up, but I tell you what, rightfully so, he is not happy with that decision, Dion.
Well, a little slide into the area, and that could have been trouble with a touch from Sidi Dion. And he knows it, judging by his reaction. Beautiful play by Maxwell.
And excellent ball threaded through, just in behind the defence. All it needed was a touch from Dion. Makwele once again at the heart of things for Golden Arrows.
First corner kick of the match. Comes half an hour in and comes to the home side as well. Head up! Keeper stands on his line! Arrows have scored before the half-hour mark. Junior Dion back to scoring ways.
Fired up is Dion. He has been knocking. Had a few attempts at goal. Wasn't on point this time, making no mistake for his 4th of the season.
Visiting fans a little bit shell-shocked. Junior Dion, 4th of the season, silences the Mamelodi Sundowns support here at Kings Wellatini. Yeah, 26-year-old, played in Portugal, junior international, and signed from Guimarães in the Portuguese Super League. Will come on for the former Stellenbosch FC 24-year-old Jaden Adams. Big aerial collision, and Keanu Cupido's in trouble. Might have been caught on the side of the face. I don't think there was any intent to injure, and for me that's a one-on-one. This is not a good sign in any game of football, Keanu Cupido, and I reckon that's a little bit of a whiplash injury. It was a strong shoulder from Pilani Kumalo. So Lebo Mutibe for Peter Shalulile. Bennett Mokwena will come into the midfield with Arthur Sales, and this man will drop into where Keanu Cupido had left off. Allende, there's lots of space available on the right where Matthews is positioned. Nice work, Parama Mokwena. Lovely little feed here, and there's a great opportunity for the back post.
There's Bennett Mokwena.
Discussing the way forward. They've only got 2 minutes in stoppage time to decide that. Mamelodi looking to do one over his former side that he coached. 3 minutes added on to the end of this match. Allende with a delivery. Keeper and ball at the same time. Matobi Mbala threatens for the second time. And I think consecutively, as far as corners is concerned, Matobi Mbala gets his head on the ball. But yeah, less than 3 minutes separating Arrows from a victory. There's only a minute separating Bafana Bafana from making history here, and they might score a second goal. Oh, that's tremendous from Williams. Absolutely stonking. Might be too little too late, but it's a brilliant save.
Excellent save indeed.
Lamontville Golden Arrow supporters and coach Mamelodi can barely contain themselves because they are 25 seconds away from a historic victory and the first loss of the season for Mamelodi Sundowns. Klanklazwani, Selen Klanklazwani, the pullback. Oh, Williams. Insane. Not him, the save he made. It's two.
Excellent work from Golden Arrows there. Klanklazwani with the magic, and Williams produced one of his excellent saves.
It's taken 2,144 days to achieve what Arrows have done today since they last beat Mamelodi Sundowns in any match in the South African top flights. We do thank you for your patronage this afternoon on your World of Champions Betway Premiership action for you. The Montfort Golden Arrows, with Dion scoring on the half hour, beat Mamelodi Sundowns by 1-0.
Coach Mangoba, top performance today. Congratulations on the victory. Do you feel like the team should have scored more?
I do believe we created enough to score more than 1 goal. But you must know we're still very anxious. We are coming from 3 defeats. And in games that I honestly don't think we should have lost, all 3 of them. But unfortunately in football, when these things happen, it's easy for anyone to think the team is not at the right level. But I was happy just for the boys to get a win against a big team, because I think that will give them confidence to go to the next matches with a little bit of belief that they can do better.
Today was more of a numbers game when you look at the playing personnel for the Montfort Golden Arrows and Mamelodi Sundowns. You played a bit of a trick with the double 10s. Tell us more about that and how that worked out.
No, man, what we felt is going to be very important is to try to eliminate Ronwin in the build-up, so that at least when it gets to the centre-back, it does not go back to him, because he's very clinical. And we had to make sure that we try to keep our 2 10s closer to their 6s. Normally they will have Marcelo and Tebza in that space. They brought a little bit of confusion towards the end of the half when Motiba started to invert and form the 3rd midfielder. But when we tried to resolve that, I think the boys understood what was expected of them. And in general, I think the team stuck to the tactics and understood the overload that we had to try to have in the midfield, because we did not want to bring our midfielders to deal with Tebza and Marcelo, because there are holes that are opening behind for players like Sales, like players for Tesh, like Jaden Adams. And if the new player that came in, we're playing against a very good team. So we had to try to take care of the areas where we think they are more dangerous. And that gave us opportunities to always have space and time in central positions, which allowed us opportunities to break out easier, because now they had to try to go into the wide channels to try and play. But whenever we cut a central ball, we already had a chance to go forward. Unfortunately, not to get goals from those situations.
Coach, appreciate your time. Let's get your thoughts on the game, and which moments or areas did you feel that Mamelodi Sundowns did not perform to the expectation?
I think we started very, very well the match, in total control, finding the spaces that we knew that would appear. Playing on the side of that free midfield line, and from there accelerating. I think that we lacked in first half the capacity to aggress in the last third. So basically we had a lot of control, but the shots from the outside, the conditions of the pitch didn't allow to take the ball in the last third. Well, we took the ball in the last third, but then to enter the box and shot from closer range. So it was important to create moments where we could immediately try to shot. That's what I told them. I think in the first half that's what missed in the game. Second half, I think we decreased the level, despite we created more moments. The game was more broken here and there. The pitch started to get very heavy, and from there more difficult to establish the game than the football we would like to play. New players inside, so we had to make changes, some because they were forced, others that to manage the game, to try to bring new things. We didn't get the goal that we needed to get the energy to finish it on the search for the second one. I think we got penalized by mistakes. Unfortunately, we are in a moment that anything brings a goal. Last game we suffered from a corner. This game we suffered from a corner. A team that had not suffered goals from corners for a long time. Well, look forward and work hard. It's good we have a match on Saturday so that we can immediately make a victory and move forward.
Let's talk more about the substitution that you made, taking out Jaden Adams, bringing in Nuno Santos. Do you feel like he created more windows of opportunity for the team?
We tried to bring the creativity from Marcelo a little bit lower on the pitch, trying to get Nuno in between lines. That is a player that can make also last passes and can connect. Try also to bring energy. We need to bring energy in the pitch. The pitch very heavy, the conditions also. It's basically that was the intention. And then also bringing Siki, bringing young Bennett, the boys. I think he entered very well on the match, despite being still very young. it's a team that is looking for to reorganize itself. Obviously, that as much good results as we produce, the energy and the flow is obviously much more positive. We were coming from good energy. We had very good expectations for today. I think we entered with that energy in the game. We didn't capitalize, we didn't score, and then we suffered a goal from that corner that obviously puts us in a more discomfortable position in a pitch that with time passing by, we would knew that it would be difficult to manage. And unfortunately, we didn't capitalize in the moments that we should have scored and taken the lead on the game. And then in the end, the result, we have to take it. But of course, congratulations for Golden Arrows for the result. But I think it's very heavy, even for what we saw in the pitch.